Hi, my name is Georgia, and today I'm doing my presentation on First Nations ethno-mathematical, numerical, and counting systems. So, First Nations culture has been around for at least 65,000 years, and today, when I'm referring to Aboriginal ethno-mathematics, I am talking about the numeration and counting systems that took place up until 1788 when the colonisers arrived. So, in this time, there was an estimated 250 different Aboriginal countries, and they all had different numerical processes. However, they all stemmed from counting on their fingers and toes. So, today I'm going to be breaking down how these different ethno-mathematical systems communicated with each other and overcame challenges with their systems, including how they traded with each other. So first we have the Wangka counting system from Jigalong, WA. As I've demonstrated in appendices 1.2, they have values from 1 to 5 and then a value for 10. So they work kind of similar to a quinary system, however, because they have a number value for 10, that obviously changes things. And the way that they would communicate with other tribes when trading or even with each other is they would use the hand symbol, 5 fingers, and then they would repeat the word that they were saying. So, for example, the word for 5 is maracuju. And then if they wanted to express a higher value, let's say they wanted to say 30, they would put 2 hands up, so they would represent 10, and then they would say Maracujara, Maracujara, Maracujara. And the repetition of 3 would work as multiplication. So they would say 10 times 3 because they repeated it 3 times. This worked similarly in the Anadiliaqua language of Groote Eylandt because they had that values from 1 to 5, but then they also had values for 10, 15, and 20. So when we're talking about how they overcame numerical barriers because they only had certain numbers, they would also use multiplication and they would expand expressions and break them down. So, for example, if they needed to communicate that they needed 150 spears, they would break that down into their highest numerical value, which is 20. 20 times 7, and then one group of 10. The Wurundjeri people of Victoria had a very unique system where they would communicate not only with their hands but with their whole body, as they had different numerical values from 1, which was their pinky finger, all the way up until their head, which was 15. This enabled them to specifically communicate with other tribes when they were trading, saying particular numbers, tapping it multiple times, again to represent multiplication. Currently, we are unaware of any ethno-mathematical developments that took place across this time because they used these visual symbols physically with their bodies and didn't write them down as numerals. There is very little evidence of the ethno-mathematical numerical systems that took place up until when the colonizers came and documented this. Today, these systems could be implemented within First Nations classrooms in order to prevent cultural dysfunction and grow the mindset of First Nations children believing they are mathematical thinkers. Their systems can also aid visual learners as the children and anyone learns multiplication and division through finger-based representation using not only their words but their hands to represent different numerical values. Overall, all the different ethno-mathematical numeration systems that Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islanders implemented has enabled them to trade for many, many years with each other and communicate not only through their words but through their body language, surpassing different barriers. Thank you.